Had my eyes on the throne since I came to this earth. Greatness, I'm destined for more than the universe. I'm a king, boss, rule everything, I survey on my worth. Put in work.
We might as well get straight into it right now since we here. So, you just seen all of this grand studio downtown Philadelphia. Like you just said, it's hard work. Let everybody know, for those that don't know who you are, how it started. Not how you got it, but how it all began.
Okay. It all started with my brother. Rest in peace, Tone Capone.
Right.
My brother taught me how to write raps and how to rhyme and all that. I used to dance, and I was a b-boy dancing and all that. But my brother was like, yo, I'm gonna teach you how to rap. So he used to write all my raps for me. Then one day he was like, yo, I'm not writing any more raps. Write your own rap. So I started writing raps. He would tear them up and throw them in my face.
Right. So was it something that you wanted to do, or was it something that your brother wanted more?
My brother wanted it more for me, and then I fell in love with it after he taught me, because I always was good in school, like writing stories.
Right.
So he knew I had that ability. So I would write these raps and give them to my brother. He'd tear them up, whack. Right. Get this out of here. So to the point where we'd be ready to argue and fight. Mm-hmm. And then I wrote this one rap, and he was like, "That's it." I remember the first time he put me on stage, it was at a talent show at the Uptown Theater. Okay. Kids then. Back when that was open. I ain't gonna tell my age.
About to say you taking it back.
I ain't gonna tell you my age. But yeah, it just put something in me. It was like, it just made me love it. Like the stage is like a high.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You get that adrenaline rush.
Then I lost my brother. My brother was murdered in 1994. I lost him, and then, I wasn't really messing with rap. I got caught up out here in these streets, so it was like, man, forget rap. But I still wrote raps.
Right.
I still wrote rhymes or whatever, and a guy by the name of Fat Malik up my neighborhood from Ariad brought Gillie to me. Brought Gillie to like one of my spots where I was.
And this is probably when, Gillie with the Major Figgas era. Okay, the making of it. This before it even happened. Okay.
Brought him to my crib, brought him to my spot or whatever, and Gil rapped, and I started rapping. Like, yo, I thought you ain't rap no more. Mm-hmm. Like, I still know how. I just didn't do it. And then I was messing with this girl out Southwest. Her boyfriend was one of the members in Ram Squad. So I ended up doing a record called Northside with Ram Squad.
So was Ram Squad pop? Was Ram Squad at the time?
Ram Squad was like.
No, I knew who Ram Squad is. I mean, at the time when you started messing with them.
Yeah, they were already legit.
Okay.
They already was doing their thing.
All right.
And then from that, I did Ballers for them. Mm-hmm. A couple other songs I did on the Random Access Money album. And then, we had a fallout. Whatever happened, I stopped dealing with them.
Right. I mean, before we keep going on, we got to stay at Ram Squad for a little second, because like you said, Ram Squad was huge. Yeah, it was huge. They put a footprint in Philadelphia hip hop, period.
Regardless of, minus of what the BS
minus of everything
what they did musically,
you
can't take away from what they did musically.
I mean, were you a part of when they brought Nelly to the projects? So you was a part of that.
I was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you was a part of that. You went on tour. You was on tour with them.
Yeah, I wasn't getting paid, but I was on tour.
But we can talk about all that later. But I mean, how did that change your life? Like, what was the atmosphere like at that time?
That was insane.
I can imagine.
That was insane. They had I've never seen a neighborhood embrace people like that, except for Major Figgas.
Right.
And then came Beans and Beans State Prop was doing it, but I've never seen a whole entire neighborhood just embrace you. Ram Squad had what you call a cult following.
Right.
They had loyal fans that would show up at all these shows, buy their merchandise, So it was a little bit different. You feel what I'm saying? And at that time, it wasn't no social media, so you had to travel state to state to go for people to recognize you.
Right.
But they was holding it down. Like I gotta give them credit there. I don't give them credit for nothing else, but for that, and rest in peace, Frank Bank. Frank was like, to me, if Bank would have never died, none of that would have happened.
Right.
That was the boss, the leader of Ram Squad. Like if he would have never died, I think they would have went on to do some great things. But once he died, that was like the beginning of the end.
So what, like you said, what did you think from you being there? What was like when everything was going on? What was the moment you was like, yeah, this is about to turn left?
Once Tommy and Back started
Going back
and forth, beefing with each other. That was the beginning of the end.
Right.
So once I saw that, I was like, oh, this ain't gonna last. This ain't gonna last. It didn't last.
So what
I got out at the right time.
Right. So when you got out, what was your mind frame then? Was it like
to never let anybody gag me again or do me wrong in music again? It was a learning experience that I had with them. But I made a vow to never let anybody like gag me, know the music business. It taught me to learn the music business. That's the lesson I learned from that.
So when you say you were getting gagged, you mean by just like you said, like going on tour and not getting
like,
paid?
Let's just say if you do a percentage of a song, a chorus is the majority of a song sometimes.
You got to break it down. A lot of
like,
some people that don't understand percentages and contracts.
If you do percentages of songs, you're supposed to get like certain percentages. But then you'll look at the paperwork and you ain't getting the percentages, and then you back into a corner because you don't want to look like the guy that's going to stop everything.
Right.
At the time, you young, so I'm young, so I wanted to be loyal.
Right.
Loyalty can hurt you sometimes. Being loyal to people who's not loyal to you. You feel what I'm saying?
So was it ever like any paperwork, or was this all like handshakes?
It was like handshakes and this is my dog.
Right.
And then you sign the clearances from the user, like, because you thinking like, oh, they gonna put me on.
Right.
But you never get put on. You feel me? I put myself on. You feel me? Like that, you know, certain times people might think like, oh, well, you was in the video. Yeah, because my shit was hot. Right. It was hot. That's why I was in it. If it wasn't hot, then I wouldn't have been on the song. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, but I even hate talking about like that whole situation.
Understandable.
Because it's the past and I don't.
But it's still part of what
it's
made
Wiz.
Wiz.
It's definitely a part of what made Wiz Wiz. It just taught me to learn the business. And from that, I started getting books. I started meeting new people. And, you know, I just stayed focused. And I'm still relevant now.
Yeah, absolutely. What keeps you relevant from all the way from that era till now?